All right, welcome back to the Dynasty Lunch Break. I'm your host, Garrett Price, and fun show today. We've mostly been doing the film breakdowns just on the Nerd Herd show, but I thought, you know what? I was in the mood to do one. We just had a huge release of new tape, like 80 players or something ridiculous like that. So lots of new players added, or maybe I should say 80 new players, 80 videos released to the website. So yes, it's awesome. Head out there and check it out. Andrew, hello, what's good, my man? When do I get a lunch? That's a great question because yeah, I don't typically eat beforehand because I'm getting stuff done. And then usually right after this, I'm recording the Nerd Herd show and stuff. So usually it's like between shows and stuff like that. I like shovel in like a whatever I can find, basically. Uh James says, excited to see where Jeanty lands in comparison to past draft RB1s for the Dynasty Nerds crew. Is he close to Brees level of prospect coming out? We're gonna take a look at it, but I don't think he's far off. I don't think he's far off. Sedated Fork saying, what's good? Derek says, I am going for the repeat this year. I am deep at running back and wide receiver. Should I flip Kamara for Flowers? 10 teams, super flex. Start 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, and 2 flex running back room. Currently has Bijan, Jacobs, Kamara, Mixon, Connor, Bigsby. You have 4 running backs other than Kamara. So I would be okay with moving him for a Zay Flowers. All right. Well, guys, I don't want to take too much time today. I mean, I'll answer as many questions as you want. I mean, that's what I'm here for. I'm here for you. I'm here for the people. I'm here to hang out and have lunch with you guys. But with that, I do want to make sure that I get into some Ashton Jeanty film. Andrew says Jaden Daniels plus what equals Mahomes? If you ask Rich Dotson, it's not far away right now as it is. Not far at all as it is. He's ready to move him up maybe to his quarterback too, ahead of Pat Mahomes. To me, I would still want more if I'm giving up Pat Mahomes because Pat's just proved it for so long. There's no risk there. I would say probably if it were me, I would want 2 seconds. Jaden Daniels in 2 seconds for Pat Mahomes. It's probably what I would want. I might want a first. TK says, what's up? I'm Tim Doyle. Can Stevenson bounce back this week or a sell for the rest of the season? That's a good question. This coming week here, we obviously saw 2 really good games from Ramondre Stevenson, and then 1 putrid, horrible, nasty, awful game. So for me this week, let's see, who does he have? He has, where did I rank him? He's got San Francisco this week. It's a tough matchup. I wouldn't be too worried about it as far as long term because his playoff schedule and leading up to the playoffs is actually pretty nice. So yeah, he might hit a rough patch here and there, but overall, I'm still in on Ramondre, so I am not necessarily looking to sell right now. Adam Hall's ready for the tape. He said he has not gotten to see any yet, and he's excited to catch a glimpse of this amazing young running back. Sedated Fork says 12 team, 1 quarterback, start 8 offensive players and 3 IDP. I'm a mid-level team, Neighbors, or a 25 first and 26 first. Neighbors. Absolutely Neighbors for me. I would say you would need to give me 3 firsts at this point for Neighbors in order for me to consider it. That's the point we're at. Like, I'm considering moving him to like wide receiver 2 or 3. So yeah, you're gonna have to overpay to get a guy that's 21 years old and producing like he is. and we knew he was a top level prospect as well. So I'm definitely moving it up. Josh said he's loving the shows. I appreciate you, buddy. Always a good time hanging out with you. All right, let's get to some tape. So we have the, let me get my share screen up. Bum. All right. Can everybody see that okay? I think so. For some reason, if you can't see it, let me know. But it looks like on my end, you guys should be good. You should be able to see it. Okay. Cool. Looks good. Awesome. All right. So Ashton Jeanty, top tier prospect in this class, has more or less universally become the RB1 in the class. Right now, looking at a guy that's 5'9", so he's not the tallest guy, but don't let that make you think that he's a small running back. Right now, he's listed at 215 pounds. That's right, 215. So the dude is stout. Comes from a military background. He is according to all reports like a ridiculously hard worker, and the Boise State coaches were going on about him saying he's our best player, but it's really cool when your best player is also your hardest worker. And so he just leads the way for everybody else, and they kind of just follow suit. And I was convinced he was good. I was convinced he was a good running back. I didn't know how good until I got to see him go up against a legit opponent in Oregon and almost single-handedly carry them to a victory. 192 yards in the game we're about to watch. 192. 3 touchdowns in the game as well. I did also add 2 receptions for 8 yards, so not a lot through the air, but just absurd numbers through only 3 games so far. This kid's looking at it's kind of ridiculous, actually, when you really look at these numbers. He has 586 yards through 3 games, averaging 10.5 yards a carry. He's averaging a first down per carry, guys. First down per carry. And we're looking at 9 touchdowns. He even could have like crazier numbers. He only ran the ball 11 times this past week because they're playing a small school. Put up 127 yards on 5 carries. No touchdowns though this time. So let's go ahead and get into the tape here. And if you guys haven't watched tape with me before, Lorenzo saying Oregon defense just average this year. Yeah, they're not. Look, this is not the 85 Bears. This is not the 02 Ravens or anything like that. But this isn't a G5 school. These are actual players that are going to get NFL looks. This is a team looking to contend for a national title. Like it's just so. That's more what I mean by it. I'm not saying they're the best defense in the league or anything like that, but it's not a cupcake game for this guy. Did a double take when I thought the video said we were watching Alshon Jeffrey. That would have been interesting. Yeah, let's go back in time, man. Let's look at a player that was relevant, like 10 years ago. All right, let's do this thing. All right, so I like to watch through the play a couple times, and then we go back through it slowly. So, did we not have the end zone view for that one? End zone view is important for me. Oh, it's because he was up top. I didn't even see the circle, so that wasn't even him. All right, now this is my first time like really digging into his tape. So I'm going to be learning some stuff about this kid the same time that you guys are learning stuff about this kid. But let's take a look here. What do we see from this line? We see basically, is this a zone run? Let me go back a little bit. Doesn't look like we've got the whole line turning, but we don't have the. No, this looks like a zone run to me. Yep. All right. Nice little cutback. He could see that hole collapsing, even though it looked like there was a huge hole in front of him. He could see that one was going to collapse based on where the guys were at. Gets upfield, gets what he can. Oops, I just skipped ahead. My apologies. Nice burst here. Let's see this one. All right, this is an interesting run here. So let's take a look at it. And we'll slow it down a little bit. So we can see number 2 here for the defense. He's the guy that has contain. So it's his job to keep Ashton Jeanty inside of him, right? It's his job to keep him inside. So he seemingly does his job, right? Gets his outside arm free, but Jeanty's just too fast. He's just too fast for him. So that right away shows some explosiveness out of Ashton there that is obviously encouraging. Runs pretty physical there at the end. Nice big chunk gain. All right. Looks like he was kind of forced to bounce this one. See, my guess is he was aiming for the B gap here between 65 and 78. So that left guard, left tackle. That's my guess is he had B gap there. But as you can see, 55 on the defense does a good job filling that hole. Okay? There's nothing happening there. So widens his aiming point, gets outside, gets upfield for what he can get. Good run. Good run. All right. Nothing to really see there. We're not going to spend too much time on that. Oh, nice little pass protection. We don't get to see that in the other. All right. I want to see it again. I wish we could see that from the end zone cam, but obviously good job engaging with this guy, keeping him on the line. Looked like he did a great job there. Oh, interesting. A Copel giving me a little help in the okay. It obscures the names. I did not know that. All right. Maybe I'll have to turn off streamer mode. I don't even know what streamer mode is. I don't even know how I turned it on. Old man mode right here. All right. Lost his footing here. We're not going to spend too much time on this, but just lost his footing. That's all. Happens sometimes to the best of us. Obviously, would love to see him do that, but he was making a completely lateral cut. So interesting, but not concerning. Yep, just running a little bubble. Doesn't get the ball. Would like to see him punch a little bit more in his pass pro, but not the end of the world. Nice little run here. All right, let's back it up. Let's run through it slowly. All right, looks like it's not power because we don't have a pulling guard. We've got a tight end cleaning up the backside here. Does a good job. Ends up actually getting a really nice hole there. Tackle does a good job clearing out. Receiver. Anytime you have running backs, especially at the NFL level, but even college, look at this receiver. Come down here, clean up the safety. Great job by the receiver. Wow. He's going to get a lot of love for that in the film room. All right, so this is a good example here of a zone run. All right, see what we have here? We have each and every one of these guys taking a bucket step. The whole line moving the same direction to the right-hand side. Well, our right, their left. Okay? Originally, this looks more like based on the aiming point, looks more like an inside zone. He ends up cutting this back though, because you can see 10's got the outside, very far right there. He's got the outside, which would be like the C. One's got the B gap, even though there's nobody actively in the A gap. And this is how quickly he has to read all these things. He can see that safety climbing up in the box. So he's got the A gap. The opposite A gap is taken, the B gap. So what's he do? He brings it all the way back to the opposite C gap. Actually, even takes it on all the way to the outside the tight end there. So well done to be able to see all that quickly and identify it. That's a lot to read real quickly. And if you guys have any questions about either the tape or just in general, start sits, trades, whatever, feel free. You're welcome to ask those while we do this as well. I don't want you to feel like you can't ask any questions, so feel free. All right. Perfect. Lucas said, this is off topic, but in case we have time, I've got a 12-team, one quarterback PPR strong contender team. I was offered Achane for DJ Moore in 2 seconds. That are probably going to be early. Wide receiver depth is good. If the depth is good, I'm absolutely taking that. I right now have him. It's very close between him and Breece Hall at running back too. So I would be willing to take that. All right, let's keep the film rolling. See what we got on this one. Got more of a gap scheme on this one. Lucas, I'm glad you're getting something out of some of these terms and stuff like that. Yeah. Trying to see the different gaps, trying to this is how you can identify their vision if you understand what they're trying to read. And then you're also trying to understand Matt 3-0 on lunch break. You've been crushing it, bro. Crushing it. I'm 1-2. It's killing me. But yeah, understanding the difference between some of the zone scheme stuff, the gap scheme stuff, that kind of thing. So it does make a difference once you kind of start hearing, understanding, and then how to apply this when you're watching film. So love that you're getting something from that, Lucas. Michael saying, what's good, GP? I'm 3-0, but forced to start Zamir White or worse unless I trade up. Offer on the table. Give Jalen Wright to receive Devin Singletary. Only if you are a legit contender and you're just struggling at running back this week. That's the only way I would do that. If not, I would rather just hold on to Jalen Wright. All right, let's keep her going. Wonder if this was. Let me back this up. I kind of want to watch through this. Interesting, because typically on this, you're expecting, unless the defensive tackle just beat him to the punch, but I would be expecting, was that 79? Oh, he stumbled out of his start. That makes a lot more sense, actually. So look at the left guard here, or actually it'd be the right guard, number 79. He kind of stumbles out of his stance. So everybody's up and he kind of stumbles out. He's supposed to reach there. So which that means on a reach block, you're basically going to the play side and you're trying to make sure that you get between him and where the hole's going to be. So he gets beat to the play side here. So that defensive tackle Scott, the defensive tackle just beat him. He stumbled a little bit. Defensive tackle beat him. That kind of throws a little bit of a wrench in this play. Now, fortunately, Jeanty's able to get a little bit past him, but it slows things down. He's able to break the tackle still, but it does throw a wrench in this play. Whoops. What happened on this? The defensive tackles are putting in work on this O-line. Oh, this was the next play. Whoops. Hold on. I messed up something somewhere. I skipped ahead to the touchdown run. Shame on me. I was like, wait, the guy didn't get beat. He does here. Also, 78 was trying to cut block there. Did not happen. Yeah, and he just had no chance. Just had no chance there. Great bounce. Nice little jump cut there. Boom. Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Not much to show there. It's pretty basic. Just the hole collapsed. And he just out athletes them, basically. I don't know if is that grammatically correct? Is that even a term? Out athlete? But that's what he does. He just out athletes him. So we've got down block by 75. Then all of the rest of the offensive line, you see how they're kind of all reaching. So they're all trying to get to the play side. Then you have 65 come down. So this would be originally toward the C gap. Nothing there. Linebacker fills, but contain guy does not stay outside. Tries to get there late, but at this point, too late. That's why you got to keep contain. He does not keep contain there. Yep, Scott, good vision there. Good vision on his part. Ooh, what happened here? Linebackers did a good job coming downhill on this one. Let me back it up a little bit. All right, so we've got I apologize. All right, we got, I believe this is a duo block right here. So basically, what you'll have is the play on a duo block. You're going to have the tight end. He's going to come down and clean up the outside. And basically, you're going to have two double teams at the point of attack. So we have the double team of 78 and 65. That's what's throwing me off a little bit. It doesn't seem like there's a double team on the other side. So maybe we don't quite have a duo block, but then it's the running back's job in a duo, which this is what it looks like here, to make the linebacker wrong. If the linebacker plays to the outside, he cuts it in. If the linebacker plays to the inside, he cuts it out. So he sees, yep, I got to cut it out, but he does it maybe just a hair late. Plus, the offensive lineman gets pushed back into him. So there's just not enough to actually make a play on this one. All right, Ashton lined up on the outside. Okay. Nice little hands catch, though. So I'm not mad at that. Obviously, there was nothing there. He had no chance, and he almost still broke the tackle anyway. Oh, I don't know what happened just now. Oh, we're gonna have to find our spot again. Thanks a lot, Vimeo. Oh, wow. Did I click the exact spot? That's amazing. I'm so good. All right. Nothing really to see here. Ugh, this was an ugly play. What happened here? Yeah, this is just a cluster here. We're not even gonna spend time on it. It was just a total broken play. Oh, is it not sharing anymore? Oh, whoopsies. When the page died, apparently it stopped sharing. My fault. Screen share. There we go. Kyle says earlier we were talking about Daniels and Mahomes, but what if you went the other way? Daniels for Herbert plus. Right now, with how they're playing, it would have to be a pretty big plus. It would have to be a pretty big plus. And it's not because I'm against Justin Herbert. He's probably not going to help you this year. That offense has changed. It's going to be different. So I would keep an eye on that. But as far as like what it would cost, I'd want a first. I'd want a first if I was the Daniels owner. All right. Whoops. Oh, what did I do now? Okay. There you go. Let's make this full screen. Cool. All right, we'll keep it moving. Oh, what did I do? What did I do? There we go. All right, that was a play that was just total broken play. Not a lot to see there. Oh man, he was open in the flat. But the guy was open for a touchdown, so can't be too upset about that. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. Look at this contact balance on this run. Why does it keep doing this? All right. We gotta watch this back. Woo. One, two, three, four-ish. Man. What contact balance? Oh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful out of Jeanty. See, like those are the type of runs where you're like, okay, there could be something here. There could be some high level fantasy production here. Scott, yeah. We actually talk about it on today's episode. If you haven't listened to it yet, I've basically gotten to the point where between the surgery, between the coaching, between the situation, between just everything, he's just not that guy anymore. He's just not the guy we saw as a rookie. And we're going to have to move on, which sucks, which really sucks because I loved Javonte, but we're going to have to move on. All right. Whoops. All right. Looking at this one here. Got a zone, outside zone run here. You can see all of the guys moving in the same direction. 90. These interior defensive tackles for Oregon are pretty good. So Ashton already having to break one tackle right away. Breaks the first tackle, gets away from the big guy, right? Then we see him. Whoops, kind of skipped forward there a little too much. So breaks the tackle from the big guy. Gets forward upfield. Then he's willing to just lower his shoulder, but does a great job of keeping his feet, delivering the contact instead of receiving it, bounces off that tackle, then up the field for a big play. Like those are the type of runs when you look at that, you say, man, he could be something. He could be something. Ooh, got clapped up on that. Great job by the linebacker, just standing him up, following through. Ooh. We're not gonna rewatch that one. That one was tough. Ooh, nice little. I want to see these pass pros sometimes in the end zone view. Good job, nice job in pass pro. Another good job in pass pro. Yeah, he's a plus on pass pro for sure. Look at that. Yep, good job. Obviously, he wants to keep his hand inside, but he wasn't holding and just kind of slipped. Great job by him. Little screen pass. Another one where he's catching it away from his body. That's a good sign. Obviously, not a huge play. It was a pretty broken play on the screen pass there, but I'm loving seeing him catch the ball away from his body. Man, he's just always fighting for extra yards too. Great job by him. Nice chip block. Ooh, he gets hit pretty hard. He does. You know what though? I'm okay with that. That's a tough one to get. That outside backer when you're that far away. So he's having to kind of lunge to get in the way. Obviously, in an ideal situation, I want him to break down. He gets smacked pretty good, but he did his job. Like he got in the way and he made sure that the guy didn't hit his quarterback. So I'm good with this. Like I think he's a plus pass protector from the little bit that I've seen here. I'm not going to say elite, but he's a plus pass protector. All right, let's back this one up. Looks like we might have. We've got a gap scheme here. No lead blocker. So just an ISO. Can't quite get to that outside. Almost gets there. But defense comes in before he has the opportunity to get all the way outside. Yeah, Scott, it is sad on Javonte. I'm definitely bummed about it because obviously I was all in. I have tons of Javonte shares, but it's not looking great for our guy Javonte right now. Tough one right here. What happened? All right, we've got the puller, so it looks like we're running power here. And when I say power, I don't mean like a power run, like he's running with power, but the play call was a power there, but nothing doing on that one. Oh, that should have been picked. Woo! Could have been bad. Quick feet. Nice quick feet here. Nothing. He didn't get anything out of it, but I love seeing in a phone booth, he can make some guys miss. Kai saying 12 team, half point PPR, start 9. Jordan Mason, Ty Chandler, Brooks, Benson, Vidal, Tracy make up my running back room. Stacked everywhere else. 4 firsts and seconds in 2025. Buy running backs or just draft them in 2025. Kai, what I would say is if you're stacked everywhere else and you think this is a championship team minus the running backs, then I'm looking to get myself a running back or two. If you think, oh man, it's going to be close, if you even have any hesitancy, if you would be a contender without it, just wait because there's a lot of good running backs in this class. I would rather wait. So depends on kind of where you're at as far as thinking you're a legit contender or not. I like seeing how much they're willing to line him up outside. And oh my gosh. Did he? There was a flag on the play, so it didn't count. I think he caught that. Are you guys seeing the same thing? I think he got a foot down. I think that would have been a catch. And the official wasn't waving it off. That's I didn't realize he could be a pass catcher like that. Woo! Okay. Man, that's exciting. Nice job getting outside. You can tell he's got the wheels. I'd be curious to see what he runs. I don't think he's going to be like a 4-3 guy, but I think he's going to be a real solid 4-4 running back. Oh, just missed that big play. Look at him willing to get up there, get in pass protection. He just does all of the things right. Oh, here we go. And then here's the home run ability. He's not getting caught from behind. Home run ability. I think that was a power there. The play that I was talking about getting blown up earlier. Now, granted, this is a great hole by this offensive line, but still, you got to make the play. All right, let's see. A power of sorts because it's the tight end that's the lead block here. Great job selling the out. Look, sells that he's taking this to the outside, slows those guys up, cuts right back in at the last minute. Love that. You want to really press the line. Press the line. When I say press the line, that means we're getting as close as we can to the offensive line without giving anything away. So we're really pressing that line, and then he decides to make that cut, that one cut and go, and then it's off to the races. Said, see ya. And then they weren't catching him. Great run. Yeah, I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Jeanty here. Obviously a very physical back. He's obviously got solid speed as well on top of it. Good in pass protection. Looks like he's got good hands. Like I don't see any glaring obvious. Look at that run. Look at that run. contact balance, power, vision, all on display here on this one. That linebacker filled that hole, does a good job to cut back, make him wrong, make your guy right. Even runs over his own guy almost. Doesn't care. 2 defenders trying to wrap him up. What does he do? He spins out of it. Good stuff. Good stuff by Jeanty there. I think at this point they're going to probably be passing. They're down in the game, trying to get back in it. Oh, we get another Jeanty run. Okay, we get another one again. I didn't think we'd get any more runs. Throwing a few more to end the game. And that's all she wrote. So, guys, I don't know about you. I'd love to hear your thoughts so far watching. Obviously, it's just one game. But through one game, I didn't see anything that was concerning. I saw the contact balance, the power, the speed, good hands, good pass pro. I didn't see anything that left me with any sort of pause, any sort of concern. Like he looks like the real deal. So I think it's fair to put him as one of, if not the top running back in the class right now. And there's guys that are moving up, guys that are moving down. In fact, I have a video coming out today with our Devi college guy, Tristan Cook. Him and I are doing a video together talking about this 2025 class and guys that have risen up boards, guys that have fallen down a little bit. So it should be a pretty fun video. Give you guys a chance to ask any more questions before we sneak on out of here during the Dynasty lunch break. So any other questions, give you guys another minute or two to get those in. Otherwise, we are going to move on and keep going with the day. And I'm going to sneak in some actual food for lunch, which will be great. We've got Dallas and the New York Giants tonight. Should be a blowout, but we'll see. Sometimes this Cowboys team shows up and looks like world beaters. Other times, not so much. So we'll kind of have to wait and see how all that plays out. But appreciate hanging out with you guys today. Thanks for coming, watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, please subscribe to us. It's great for us, but also lets you know every time we've got a new video out. We've got new videos coming out all the time. So you definitely want to be notified about that. So appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your week.